How's it going, everybody? I'm here with another review of Hero Academia episode 21 or season 2 episode 8, whichever you prefer. And this episode was really fantastic. I want to say the animation on point. That for me is just like a #1 reason. Like, the episode could be terrible, but if the animation is really good, we in there. And obviously Hero Academia never ever disappoints with the fucking animation quality. That shit is A1. And another thing I want to point out about this episode, hilarious. This episode made me laugh more than fucking like 3-4 times out loud. And action-packed and all of those elements. The story doesn't even matter in my opinion. The story's great, right? So the story's amazing, so that helps. But everything else, like those 3 things for me are just so important that it doesn't matter what it is, but it's great. So this episode, we're going to continue on with the last round, or like, the last part of the tournament. And we're still doing our first round. The first episode, Midoriya and Todoroki won their matches. And now we move on to the next match, which is Kaminari versus Shiozaki, which is the electricity hero versus the vine hero. And if you didn't see this coming a mile away, obviously Shiozaki wins by a landslide. I mean, I'm pretty sure electricity can go through the vines anyways, right? As soon as I started to watch the fight or whatever, I'm like, that doesn't seem like it'd work or anything like that. And lo and behold, I was correct, and Kaminari just gets abysmated. But what do you like about Kaminari? He is the, second funny guy of the show, right? He is the comedic relief, the second one, besides Mineta, right? Like, before the fight, he's like, damn, this girl's cute, I'm gonna ask her out. After I win, I'm gonna ask her out. We're gonna go out to get some food, maybe pipe, who knows. It's a teen anime, though, so probably not pipe, but maybe get food. And he does get destroyed, and yeah, it did end in 1 second. He's like, oh, I'm gonna end this in 1 second, and he did end it in 1 second, but not the way he probably wanted. So then the next fight is Tensei versus Mei Hatsume, which is obviously the girl of the support hero course, which is another pretty comedic relief that, she makes really good, honestly, support items, like, honestly. But the way that she goes to advertising is literally like a politician, like one of the support companies says. It's like, is she a politician? Because it's literally what it looks like. And yeah, Tensei can't even do anything versus this girl. Like, he's trying, but all her support items literally just evade automatically his stuff. And it's just a 10-minute of her showing off the items, and then after that she steps out of bounds, because all she wanted to do was show off the support companies all her inventions and stuff. And then she stepped out of the ring and Tensei won, which I thought was a little dumb, because at one point she uses the gun and makes him so that he can't move or whatever. And one of the rules is that if you can't move, you automatically lose or whatever. But I guess he got out of it quicker than it looked, because on screen it looked like he was tied up and he couldn't move, but he didn't get eliminated, which I thought he was going to get eliminated there. I'm like, holy shit, this girl actually beat a main character, but obviously not. So he moved on to the next round. And then we got Mina versus Aoyama, which I hate. I freaking cannot. Like, if I had to pick literally the worst character in this anime, I hope anyone can agree with me. Like, if there's one person that agrees with me, I will be happy. Aoyama. I hate him. I don't know why. I really don't. He's not that terrible of a person, not bad of a character. He's not like he's a villain or anything. But I just cannot stand him. And I know it's comedic relief. I know it. He's like the 3rd comedic relief, right? But he's just so useless. He's more useless than Mineta's like quirk. You know what that is? Like, it takes special skills to be worse than Mineta's quirk. And he fucking pulls away and he gets bodied by Mina, who just dodges his quirk and just one-shots him in the face. Mind you, poor guy got hit pretty freaking hard, by the way. But yeah, I mean, he just gets wrecked. And at the end of the day, I knew he wasn't gonna win, because there was no. If that guy won, I would have stopped watching this anime right then and there, because, like, not this round, but if he won the tournament, I would have stopped watching this anime so fast. Like, you wouldn't understand, because I just could not stand this guy. I don't know why. So then the next fight is Yaoyorozu versus Tokoyami, and Tokoyami is obviously my favorite here. I love Tokoyami a lot. He's pretty much Batman. That's how I look at him, as Batman. And I like this fight a lot, not because it's action-packed, but because it's interesting, right? So, Yaoyorozu, I can't really say her name well. Yaoyorozu, I'll just say that. I'm not going to say her name anymore. The creation girl. She's one of the smartest students in the school, if not the smartest, in my opinion, in this class 1A, right? Like, actual brain-wise. And, her quirk, kind of goes hand in hand with that. Her creation quirk is, she thinks of an item and she can spawn it out of anywhere, right? And so as the fight's getting ready, she's like, I gotta use the this to my best interest. I gotta make the shield, so whenever he attacks me sporadically, I can block it, and then I can make a weapon and fight back, right? So she's thinking that I have to do this as fast as possible, but mid-thought, the match starts, And Tokoyami just goes right in with the shadow, and she's like, shit, I couldn't think of a better shield in time, so she makes a really crappy shield, and Tokoyami just smacking it, falls off. She makes another one, she's blocking it, and then she finally, like, I can't get my thoughts together, because obviously she's getting attacked, and it's really hard to, you know, do both at the same time. So then she finally she's like, dude, this guy started attacking, alright, now's my chance. She spawns a sword, and then the announcer's like, she's out of bounds. And I just thought that was so awesome. Like, realistically, right? Tokoyami, if you notice, he's literally Batman. He literally does not like to hit people if he can, right? If he can control his quirk, because he does say that he can't control his quirk the later it is. And he does attack her, and then she's out of bounds before she notices it. Obviously, poor girl is heartbroken. I would be too if you literally did nothing except defend, and then you look it down and you're out of bounds. That would be terrible and fucking devastating for me. But it happens, and she's lost, and Tokoyami just walks off like a god. He obviously bows down with respect, because I love Tokoyami. Tokoyami is probably one of my favorite characters in this anime. If I had to pick, I don't know who it would be. I do know who it would be, but I don't want to make a video on that right now. If you guys care, I'll just comment it down below. And then the next fight, so we just went through all these fights, like really fast fights. The longest one was the Tensei versus Hatsume one, but barely, right? I mean, these were all short fights because, you know, they're not main character Midoriya shit. And then finally we go to Kirishima versus Tetsutetsu, and what happens? Their quirks are identical. They fight. This was a pretty long fight too. I love Kirishima, by the way. Just another one of my favorite characters. They're just fighting, and it's a draw at the end. They both knock each other out. So later on, it's going to be, you know, decided in an arm wrestling match, which would be interesting. Raw strength is just going to win it there. And then lastly, the episode ends with Bakugo about to fight Uraraka, and if Uraraka wins, I swear to God, I'm stopping this anime right now, because there's no way in hell Uraraka wins. Maybe she puts on a kind of a fight, but I don't even think so. There's no way. Realistically, let's look at this in a realistic sense. Bakugo should decimate Uraraka, right? Decimate. No questions asked. There shouldn't even be a discussion right now that I'm talking about it, of what's going to happen. Uraraka is going to get abysmated by Bakugo, and there's nothing else that can happen. Literally, if it's realistic, obviously. I'm sure Uraraka is gonna get like her ass beaten, but she's not gonna give up, and she's not gonna go out of bounds, this and that, because she can just gravity on herself, I'm assuming. I don't even know, but I know she's not gonna lose right away because she's a main character. And they had, you know, that entire build up of like, oh, Midoriya's like, oh, I'm gonna teach you what you should do with your quirks to give you kind of a chance, and maybe you can get lucky like I've gotten this entire arc. Maybe you can get lucky like me, but I'm gonna make a plan. And she's like, no, I don't want to listen to your plan. I want to get through this myself, because everyone is going through all this shit themselves. So I really want to do it myself, right? And I give her props for that, but at the end of the day, she is going to get wrecked. And now overall, I really enjoyed this episode, but that's a little biased on my opinion, because first off, like I said, I like the comedy, which is great. The animation quality, fantastic. But tournament settings are probably my favorite things in any anime ever, or elimination kind of things, like, you know, in the 100x100 or the 100 exam, all these kind of things, or like the World Martial Arts Tournament, the Budokai Tenkaichis, all of these shits, I love them so much in animes. For some reason, I don't know, but I do love them. And with that being said, I love this episode. If you guys enjoyed this episode, let me know in the comments. Let's discuss this episode in the comments, guys. I love talking about anime, like literally love it. It's probably my favorite hobby. So yeah, let me know in the comments below. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode as much as I did. And catch you guys next time. Peace.